y'all? It's your girl TampaMystic, and we are broadcasting live at ARC Studios. It is the industry's most wanted show. Got my homie, my bro, Doerilla, my co-host, checking in. What's good, Doerilla?
Man, what's good?
Hey, it's another beautiful day in the A, man. I always look forward to Sundays because we here. We with some dope talent. We got the homie Lucky checking in from Memphis, from the 901 in the building. Shout out to Big V for making the connection, man. Introduce yourself.
What up, world? My name is Lucky, straight from Memphis, Tennessee, and I'm happy to be here. How's everybody doing?
Yo, he's got the best voice ever, y'all. Like you need to be doing voiceovers.
I know, right?
Yeah, you need to be doing that late night, after dark.
After dark.
This is Lucky, y'all.
I was pretty good with that.
Talking to girl straight out of her panties.
Yeah. I missed the talk you out to draws.
Yes. You got that voice on you, bro. Like, are you from Memphis originally, born and raised?
Born and raised.
Man, what part of Memphis? I know this, like people be claiming different areas.
Different
like
areas.
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up in Fraser, which is the Bay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The route I went to school in Creedmoor, but I mostly reside after that, you know what I'm saying, in East Memphis.
Dope. Okay, so let's talk about it, man. Like, we were saying before we started, Memphis has really produced some superstars and is still continuing to do so. There's so much talent. I got a lot of respect for the city. I've done a lot of work with, shout out to Playa Fly, shout out to Project Pet,
Yeah.
shout out to Moneybag, yo. Like, I've had the opportunity to do work with all these guys. Shout out to Gotti. Just a lot of artists who are putting on for the city, man. How was it for you growing up there?
Man, it was like any other urban area, you know what I'm saying? It's real rough. It was cool, it's like, I tell anybody, man, it's just certain parts of Memphis, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's going on. So
Gotta be mindful of certain things.
But for the most part, it was a lesson.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And if you know how to move strategically through Memphis, you know how to, you know what I'm saying?
Right, you gonna make it through life, period.
Yeah.
Would you say growing up in Memphis had an influence for you to want to start doing music?
Yeah, it was a collective of, man, watching the independent grind from like Gotti,
Yeah.
3-6,
Yeah.
Ball G, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even Fly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm watching them and getting the game from Fly, you know what I'm saying? He set me down a couple times,
That's the homie, man.
Yeah, that's big bro. Shout out Fly. What's up with it? But,
What's up, Fly?
Yeah, he give me, a lot of good tips, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
about the industry and everything. So, I'm a sponge, man. I soak up any game anybody got for me.
Take it all in. And that's what you got to do is you got to connect with the guys who've been doing this, especially the ones from your city, and kind of paved the way for other artists that are coming out of the city now. Look up to them OGs, consult with them OGs, sit down with them OGs. They're the ones who've been doing this. So who better to put you on game, the ones that have not only been successful, but continue to see success in 2021.
Right.
That's what it's all about. Have you collabed with any other artists from your city? Not even necessarily like big artists, but just other artists in general?
Yeah, I've collabed with Miscellaneous. I don't know if y'all familiar with him, that's the homie. I collab with Nasty Nardo.
Okay.
Yeah. So Mr. Let's Get a Room.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? That's the big homie. No, they didn't go through. I think he ended up getting it. The song didn't get. But me, Nasty Nardo, and Frazier Boy supposed to have done something together, but I don't think it ever.
Got you.
You know.
That's okay. Say you out here putting this grind here. You working.
Absolutely.
We shouted out Big V earlier. That's my brother, man. That's our bro. That's our partner.
Yes, sir, man. That's family up, man.
Man, he's such a good dude, man. How did you and Big V link up?
Believe it or not, it was a guy in Memphis. So he told me about. He just approached me. He heard the song, and he was like, man, ain't nobody messing with you. So I'm like, what you mean? I'm like, man, I'm an indie.
I'm on my independent grind.
I'm just
Word.
grinding.
Yeah.
So he was like, the way he came to me was so aggressive. In Memphis, you know what I'm saying?
You're like,
man, what you? I'm like, bro. So he told me, you know, like, man, I got an opportunity for you, you know, if you ready. So, you know, in this game, man, people say a whole lot of
Fugazi, like cap, they're selling your dreams, I know.
So it was like, I said, you know what, bro? I said, man, I hear it all the time. If you can put the play together, man, just let me know when.
Right, exactly.
And he put it together. And history was made, man. Me and V linked up. He loved what he heard. And just, we went from there.
One thing I can say about Big V, you've known him for a long time. We both are part of the same DJ coalition. Shout out to OG Bigger Rankin, Cool Running DJs. That's how we met, was through Bigger Rankin, like I said, about 10 years ago. And one thing I can say about Big V, he's very real. If he don't like it, he gonna let you know.
Let you know.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And that's the type of people we need in this business. We don't need a bunch of yes men. We need people that's gonna be like, bro, that's not it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or maybe you need to tweak this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So if Big V says it's a hit, it's a hit. You know what I'm saying? So that's good that you linked up with someone like that who's really out here working and understands the business. Right, absolutely. So what are some of the things that you're doing in your city? I know you're here with us today, and we're going to talk about that as well because we appreciate you coming through. But what are some of the things you're doing in Memphis to really get your name and your face out there?
Well, I've been putting the footwork in, man, for a little minute now. So most of the streets know me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've done a few shows out that way. Recently, I don't know, a representative from Coast to Coast.
Okay.
They reached out.
Shout out to Coast to Coast, yeah, for sure.
What else I got going on out there? I did.
Got any new visuals and stuff?
Yeah, I got some visuals coming. I got a few that's coming right after, probably about in the next month or so.
Okay.
Yeah, so you know, in Memphis, man, we grind all the time. So
got to.
We don't believe in sleep.
Nah, like you gotta nap every now and again to recharge your battery.
Yeah.
But it's like this type of business, there's no days off.
Right.
I said that to someone the other day. I'm like, I work 7 days a week, even though I work for myself. I literally work because I work for myself. I got to work 7 days a week, and they were like, "Wow." I was like, "That's just what it is. When you do what you love, it don't seem like work, though."
It work.
Yeah, man.
Me and my partner was just having this conversation this morning.
I would say, why don't you come over here and get some better angles on that video? You know what I'm saying? Feel free to come over here. Not that I'm trying to make you stand or nothing. You get a line. But get there you go.
Yeah.
Is that better? Okay.
When you love what you do, it ain't working.
No, that's so true.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, for the longest, I never looked at music as work or a hustle or grind.
It's in your heart. It's your passion.
It's a passion of mine. You feel what I'm saying? So I never look at it like a job. Facts.
It's never going to get old, and it's one of those things that you could do every day from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed.
Exactly.
Doerilla, talk about, you from Tennessee as well.
You already know that.
You know what I'm saying? But you out here in the A. Talk about that a little bit. You know, he from Tennessee, even though you guys are from somewhat different areas. You know, talk to him about, you know, some of the things that maybe could help him break into this market. You've been here for a while now. Because, you know, Doerilla's an artist as well. He's my co-host. He does a lot of different stuff in the business. You know, maybe any tips or piece of advice that you could offer him?
Man, I'm just going to put it like this. You know, you can't focus on the clicks and who don't be fucking with you. You just got to make everybody fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what you got to do it.
Exactly.
That's a great piece of advice. Make them feel you.
You know what I'm saying? Back home, you know what I'm saying? It was like we had mother DJs who they would work with these people and they don't like you because you over here with these people. So it's like, we ain't playing him in the club if it ain't this. Yeah. So it's like at the same moment, you know, at that moment I was like, you know what, I'm gonna move different. You know, I ain't even worried about that. So then I come out here and then it's like mother started hitting me up like, hey, when you gonna be in the city, man? Can you come through? Can you do this? And I'm saying here like, oh, now you want to fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Because you looking at this over here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I can benefit y'all now. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
now
like,
you the plug.
Yeah. Right.
So now you want, you know, it's like, and then it's like, well, they hit you up. Hey, what I got to do to do this? What I got to do to do this? I'm like, the same thing I had to do. Get out there and get it.
Get out there and get it. Never But I mean, it's like that with me, man. In the city, man, back in Memphis, it's like a few people was afraid of me because of my voice.
I'm still can't get over your voice. Your voice is so dope.
Yeah. But I mean, even we had the station back at the house at 107. You know, they heard a few records and was like, man, you dope, just, it's your voice.
Yeah.
We don't know that, you know, how they, I'm like, all right, cool.
It just comes organically.
You ain't feeling me, cool. I made a song out of it. I feel myself, you know what I'm saying? So,
please believe it.
Man, I mean, because you don't rock with me don't mean 90% of these women ain't gonna rock with me.
Yeah.
That's gonna be your biggest audience anyway.
You feel me?
Period.
Yeah, so I just, man, I appreciate that info, bro, because a lot of times it be like that.
That's so true.
And a lot of people they ain't built to accept the fact that who don't rock with you is cool.
Yeah.
That they ain't gonna rock with you. I trust and believe me, man. I prefer to know if you don't rock with me.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
I'd rather know this so I know how to, you know,
move accordingly.
man. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be cordial. What's up? How you doing? Yeah.
Right.
God
Absolutely. Exactly. Keep it
Moving on
moving.
by my business.
Bro, you should. Maybe you have. Maybe you haven't. You really need to do. Besides music, you gotta do some other stuff with that voice, man.
I know, right?
Seriously, like you need to be doing voiceovers or something, because you know, like you got a very unique voice, a very unique tone, bro. Like you could make a lot of money off your voice. Besides just doing music, there's other things that you could be doing. Like figure out some other stuff you can tap into. Like you could be.
I will.
But it make you think about the dude from the insurance commercial.
That's exactly.
Yeah.
Allstate.
Hey, it's a girl at home that mess with me about that. Every time
That's
she
right.
see me, she say, "Are you in good hands?" I be tripping, man, but you know it's all fun though. You know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, people recognize him just, you know, because he in them commercials, but that voice is what really sticks, man. You know, DJ Plug?
Yeah.
DJ Plug kind of got that same kind of voice too. And I've always thought that, I'm like, bro, you got to do something. Do some voiceovers, you know, get in film. Is that something you ever thought about doing?
I thought about it recently.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me that about have I ever wanted to be in television.
You should.
Yeah. I told him, I said, I never thought about it, but I'm getting questioned about that almost.
I think you should, bro. I think that you have something that's bigger than just music. Seriously.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got that voice that could carry you through so many different things. It's bigger than music for you.
Okay.
Slick.
Appreciate that.
Get on them big screens. Get that check, dog.
I'm telling you the truth, though.
Cash did.
We all here to make this money. You know what I'm saying? Man?
Collect the bag.
That's all.
You know what I'm saying? Who you got with you today?
Man, I got my player partner with me, man. My day one, Trey A, man.
What's up, big homie? Appreciate you coming through.
Yeah, straight from Lower Memphis.
That's what it's all about.
Yes,
having people that really believe in you. Like, that's gonna hop on the road and ride or die with you. That's rare. Real is rare.
Right. But you know what the crazy thing is? It no matter where we going, he can call me vice versa.
That's love, man.
Road, you know
y'all have a dynamic relationship.
Yeah.
It's like a brotherhood for real.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. Is just having people like that in your corner that's gonna really ride for you, and you guys, you know, have that within each other. What about coming up? Do you have plans for a full project, any albums, or is that something you recently done? Talk to us about like a full body of work.
I actually got a lot of stuff done now, just about timing. You know what I'm saying? So I got enough music in my catalog where, man, I can put 2 mixtapes out.
Yeah, you just want to move strategically.
But I want to move strategically.
Makes
you know
sense. It's got to make sense.
Yeah. So, you know, I want to rush no music and they not really know who I am. And then now they got to go back and, you know, figure it out like, oh yeah, he did this, he did. Man, I'm going to hit you, you know what I'm saying? When I hit you, I'm going to hit you crowd the head and, you know, be like, that's all.
Facts. That's why you're doing this type of stuff right here.
Yeah.
This is what builds your media presence. You have to do these interviews. You have to go to networking events. You have to get your name on the blogs. Like all that stuff are steps you can't skip because, like you said, you don't never want to put music out, but they don't know who the artist is behind it. You don't want your music to be bigger than your name.
Right.
So doing what you're doing right now, bro, you on the right path. You know what I'm saying? Is getting out here and just like touching the people and letting people hear your voice, no pun intended. You know what I'm saying? Like this is what you got to do. So keep doing what you're doing. Let's talk about this popcorn record.
Let's talk about it.
I love popcorn. Who produced this record?
There's a guy back in Memphis by the name of Eddie.
Okay.
And, it was just one of them fun projects, man. That I heard the beat, having fun. He started playing, and I'm saying things, along, with the chorus and everything.
Right.
And but it was the last song that I recorded, during that time.
Yeah.
And I'm playing around with it, and all of a sudden, somebody else heard it, and they reached out to me. It was like, man, what you plan on doing with this record?
Word.
I was like, which one? He's like, popcorn. So I was like, I said, I don't know, man, I'll probably just put it on a mixtape. It's gonna be a mixtape, bro. I never looked at it as a single.
Right.
Never.
It be like that.
Never.
I hear that all the time from artists. The songs that they think are just kind of like, not necessarily like throwaway songs, but song like you said, I'm gonna just throw it on a mixtape or whatever.
Yeah.
That be the one that the people gravitate to the most.
Yeah.
I hear it all the time. And I want to say this too. The name of the record just out the gate is going to catch people's attention, because people can be like, what is he possibly talking about, popcorn? Like, it's going to make people want to listen just off of the name of the song.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I talk to artists about, how important it is, like you said, moving strategically. One of the strategic things you got to do is when you come out with a song, it's got to be something that's kind of catch people's attention. Like the Migos recently came out with a song called Jane, I think, but nowhere in the song is it about someone, but it's just different. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So you got to come up with ways and creative ways to make people tap in.
Right.
So with that being said, there's so many artists out here, right? There's like 8 gazillion artists just in Atlanta, and I'm sure there's about as many in Memphis. What would you say is like that one, besides your voice, obviously, because we know your voice is very standoutish.
Right, yeah.
But what is that quality about you? Like if people were like, they could pick from 10 different artists, why would they want to tap in with Lucky versus all the other artists out there?
I would say, man, sophistication. It's, you know what I'm saying? Street sophistication.
Yeah.
I speak, you know what I'm saying? It's like directly to you. I don't sugarcoat nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If I see, where you can go down the road where, you know what I'm saying, a couple of my partners and went, a few of us, you know what I'm saying, went down and made it through.
Right.
It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? And everybody think that, the streets is glorified, but it ain't that. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just basically how, we got some pain, we got some fun.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm gonna get my message across.
That's what it's all about, is having a variety of music in your catalog. Like you said, you got some pain music, you got some fun music. I'm sure you got stuff for the ladies.
Yes, I do.
I'm sure you do.
Hey, ask Big V about that other record.
Let me hear you sing something.
Oh, I wish I could.
Me too.
Man, I wish I
Boy, you Barry White they ass. You might want to start taking some vocal lessons.
Man, I need to, man.
Oh, boy. I can't be dealing with you today.
Hey, I'm just keeping it all the way G. Like, he got that kind of voice that ladies they want to listen to all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just gonna believe anything you say. Remember what we was talking about with your daughter earlier?
Yeah.
He got a daughter who's 16, and he was talking about, he thinks back to when he was that age, some of the stuff he was telling the girls to get to him. With a voice like yours, they gonna just soak it all in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
I come in the house. Why you keep listening to him? Turn it on.
You listen to Lucky again?
Listen back again.
Nah, that's what's up.
Daddy said something.
Facts, exactly. What's next for you?
Man, continuing the journey, man. Just I hit in the studio a lot. Faced with anything that's thrown in my way, man. I'm ready for the challenge. So I got a few shows coming up back that way, back in Memphis. I got a meet and greet in Little Rock.
Okay. So you staying active.
Yeah, I'm active. I'm out here.
That's what it's all about, man. I asked my last interview this, and I'm curious, because through this pandemic, I think all of us incorporated some new stuff that maybe we weren't doing before because it was a pandemic going on.
Right.
What would you say is like maybe something that you started doing through the pandemic that you're like, man, this is really working for me, that you're going to continue doing that you weren't doing before?
Man, I would say my business.
Really focusing on building your business.
Yeah, so my business, since my ability, you know what I'm saying, to pretty much talk to people.
Yeah, that's key.
Yeah,
you got to be able to communicate with people.
And it was like when the pandemic happened, you know, for a while, you know, a lot of people couldn't see each other. You know, a lot of people was nervous, scared.
Of course.
You know, and frantic. So I reached out. I called almost everybody on my phone just to check on them.
That's what it's all about. Keeping that line of communication open.
Yeah, whether I talked to you, you know what I'm saying, a month ago or whatever, you know, the case may be, and I just reached out to make sure, you know, you and your family was straight.
Right, because a lot of people did lose their life during that time, or a loved one or something.
Man, I lost 10 people.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Long live Paul Tut.
Yeah.
That's the homie, man.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. Like, he used to come out and support my events and stuff like that. He was a good dude.
I think I met Paul before a few years back when one of my homeboys that reside here in Atlanta now, by the name of Jay Jordan.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dope.
Vitamin D.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go through and mess with them, man. You know, cause Paul used to try to get me to come through the Memphis market. He was like, man, I'll move you around here, but you know. All that happened, you know.
That was a good dude, though. You know what I'm saying? So, man, shout out to him, man. Shout out to his family, man. May God be with him.
Facts. And like you said, you know, the pandemic, I guess, was a bittersweet, but I think what it instilled in a lot of people's, like what you said, like, to keep closer tabs on your loved ones, because they could be here today and gone tomorrow, and you don't never want to have that woulda, coulda, shoulda, you know, type like, dang, I wish I could have said this or did this or whatever, and focusing on your business as well. You know what I'm saying? I think that a lot of people became more business savvy. There was a lot of millionaires produced during that pandemic.
Yeah, it was, man. There's a lot of millionaires and a lot of folks that would have been millionaires, you know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of scammers with them PPP. We ain't gonna throw y'all under the bus though. Do your thing.
Shout out to y'all too.
Shout out to y'all.
You had to hustle. You had to do something.
Facts. That's so funny. But listen, bro, we about to get into this popcorn record. Tell everybody where they can go check it out at.
Man, you go on YouTube and all your social media outlets, man. Check it out, man. Lucky Popcorn.
Hey. We about to get into this joint. You ready to check it out?
Man, look, I'm ready to check it out, but I gotta leave with one thing though.
What's up?
Look, I'm gonna put it like this. In music as an artist, your voice is the instrument. You know what I'm saying? You gotta always think that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we've been going on the whole thing with vocal and everything, getting paid off of it. But when you listen to like the music now, it's like, it made me think about, I saw a thing where T-Pain was talking about everybody sounds the same. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was just talking about that, and it's like, you got this little baby, you got this, and everybody's so high pitched and singy to the point where it's like, right now, with your vocal tone and the right production, you just gonna jump right in there, and it's like, it'll take a lot of attention because you're gonna be different.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta keep on, like, just think about it. I'm natural. I got a natural gift. This is something I need to push, and I need to go ahead and do what I'm gonna do. And like I said, just don't focus on any other negativity. Just know this shit gonna work.
Yeah, we stressing that to you, bro. Like,
you
naturally got it. You have a gift, and we all have a gift. Yours is, you know, not only just your voice, but your talent as well. Utilize it in every aspect that you can, because we're gonna check back in with you and be like, what did you do with that voice? What else you got going on? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you handsome too, you know what I'm saying? So like, you're like a total package. So, you know, like he said, and I like to quote this too, something that Prince said. Prince says your voice is an instrument. Use it as such to be creative and create different sounds. Don't be afraid to experiment. I'm sure you probably have. Do you have a setup at your crib?
Yeah, I do.
A recording?
Yeah.
That's where you can be the most creative.
Man. We got one in here.
Yeah.
everywhere.
That's where you can be the most creative, is when you in your own creative space. Like, it's cool to pull up to other people's studios and stuff. We got a beautiful one here. Nothing wrong with that. But when you're at home or you're at his spot, you know, people that you're really, that's where you're going to be the most creative at.
Yeah.
That's where the biggest hit record's going to come from, slick. Right from your crib.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
I heard that before.
Absolutely. Who's engineering for you? Like, who's mixing and mastering?
That's a few guys back here. Huh?
Oh, okay. You got some guys back from Memphis.
You ever heard of who mixed that record? It's a guy named by the name of Lunatic.
Okay.
He's an engineer over in Squeaky Digital Studios. That's DJ Squeaky Studio.
Oh, okay. Dope.
Yeah. He one of my engineers, Chefry Kitchen. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Chef. He's Chef produced quite a few records, man, for Don Trip, All Star.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so you know that's one of the main two engineers, because they know how to, you know, engineer they know how to get my voice like it is.
I asked that because for that exact reason. You don't want any engineer coming in and altering your voice too much.
Yeah.
You want it to sound, they might touch it up a little bit here and there, but don't be adding no all auto-tunes to my dog, man. Like, let them be natural with it.
Tell them.
Yeah, like, don't be adding too much reverb and all that stuff on there. Like, let it be organic, because he got that organic voice. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, so it's that time, man. Before we get into it, though, tell everybody where they can follow you at.
Man, they can follow me at 4302 Charm, or just dial in Lucky. Type in Lucky, man, on Instagram. I'm on there.
So that's what's up. And then last but not least, who you want to shout out to?
Man, shout out to my guy right here. Shout out to everybody that's listening. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, everybody in the A, everybody that's around the A. And most importantly, man, I want to thank God.
Thank God, man, for real. He woke us up this morning. That's something I've put in my lifestyle. The first thing I do when I get up in the morning, as soon as I open my eyes, thank you God for another day. Because it could have been way different. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So appreciate you coming through today and bringing all that good energy. Shout out to your partner coming through. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate y'all for sure, man. You ready?
Yeah.
Oh. You got some work to do, bro.
I'm working on it. Look, my girl just told me that the other day. She said, "Why your voice so light? Your voice ain't that deep." And I was like,
she told you that?
Yeah, I was like, my voice, this is my voice. I thought it was deep. She was like, you don't sound the same.
She said your voice is light?
She was like, you don't sound the same in person as you sound on the radio.
On the phone, on the radio.
Yeah.
So let me hear you in your deepest voice possible. Introduce this record.
Yeah, this is Popcorn. Man, I can't even get it out right because I can't get my energy.
Oh God, my stomach hurts.
Okay, look,
he's trying though.
Yeah,
he's trying.
He tried.
The real
Now you do it.
Man, y'all get this record in your life, man. This is Lucky. Popcorn. Let's get some.
Hey, let's get it.
This is another Jazz Beats production.